Sometimes, just sometimes, magic can happen. You just have to believe. Clown, are you alright? Wake up! Wake up!
So he can come to the camping trip with us?
You can make a butterfly appear out of thin air.
I don't know if Adrian told you. He lost his dad a couple years ago. Do you really think Dad's watching over us?
Can you not do that? I'm trying to eat. Can you please? You've been doing this for days. Murder.
Sex. Child kidnapping.
Hey, if you're wondering what this is about, keep listening.
Ibbity abbity pop pop. Ibbity abbity bobbity boom.
Obbity bobbity,
Bobbity boop,
Ibbity abbity bobbity boom.
obbity bobbity,
bobbity boop,
Ibbity abbity bobbity boom.
obbity bobbity.
bobbity boop.
Ibbity abbity bobbity boom.
Oh wow!
Oh, what the fuck?
Dogs, they're coming. They're coming your way. They'll be here soon.
God damn it.
Welcome to Rough Cuts. Hi, this is our podcast about bad dog movies. Definitely dogs. We care about dogs. Where we watch a bad dog movie and then immediately talk about it.
The movie has
It has
dog,
in the title. There is a
It's
dog.
the boy, the dog, and the clown. There's three things in this movie: a boy, a dog, and a clown.
And
That's
they
three of
all
them.
are in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, oh boy, and the dog, and the clown. It is.
There's also
They're all. I
there's
counted
also
them.
some extra things.
I guess.
I loved this. I loved this movie.
of fucking course you.
I don't like. Okay, this movie is a nightmare. It's horrible. It's
Oh my
so
God.
bad. But that's why I like it. This is the quiet man for clown movies.
It's so questionable how this movie got to the point of its release date.
Yeah.
Like, how did this get made? Why?
Mhm.
How did it end up like this?
Yes. It has for me, the reason why I like this is that it has that classic quality of a really, really good bad B movie for me, in that it is entirely self-serious. Like, they don't realize what the fuck they're doing, and they don't realize that what the fuck they're doing is not okay. You should not do any of this. This is all bad. What are you
Yes.
doing?
I think you're overselling it a bit though, because it's not funny.
No.
It's just
no.
It's just fucking
It's
weird.
just weird. It's more that I was really excited to talk about it because it defies logic. It's one of those. It's not a good movie to watch. Don't watch this movie because I'm talking about it this way.
No.
I'm excited about it specifically because we have a podcast about bad dog movies and we get to talk about this movie now, and I get to sit here and go, what the fuck was that? Because there's a lot of hibbity bobbity bobbity bob.
So, for context, this is from the director Nick Lyon, Leon, whose son A. Leon is the lead, and we are talking about it with my good co-host friend Ilion.
And also my co-host Boix. We kind of forgot to do that part of the intro.
Yes, and the director is also the director of the to-be original movie I like to make fun of a lot, Titanic 666. So, I mean, it's a to-be original. It has to be good.
Gotta be good.
This is a director most well known for his horror and thriller movies. And by most well known, I mean they're all like 3s or less in stars out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is a serious drama?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah.
About loss and grief clouds.
Is it about that? What is it about? I don't know. If you can tell me what this movie's about, man, that is a claim to make that you know what this movie is about.
How about we just talk about the film and let the audience
let them decide?
Because I don't know. I don't fucking. It's their job to figure it out, not me. I'm just the co-host.
So
I guess
this movie starts with a boy on the Santa Monica Pier, and then he sees a clown, and the clown does magic at him, like, you know, street performers do on the Santa Monica Pier. Because if you've ever been to the Santa Monica Pier, it's a bunch of street performers. And so then the boy goes, "This is my new dad."
This is my dad. Oh, you're sad, clown? Why are you sad? Everything? Wow, that's depressing.
You're sad because of everything?
And the clown, the clown doesn't talk.
Yes, that was important.
The clown does conversation in mime and banjo.
And also fake video game language. He's like Navi. Every once in a while he'll spurt out an English word, but
he'll spurt out stuff. Don't worry, he's good at that too.
He does have a clown ejaculation at the end. I mean, I'm getting ahead. Okay.
But the boy's like, wow, this clown is so sad. I can fix him.
I can fix him.
I don't worry. I know I can fix him. Yeah. So after the clown shows him his clown magic, which is literal clown magic, not street performance magic.
Yes, he's a literal magic clown.
Then the boy goes home and starts talking to his mom, and he's like, "Hey, can we take the clown with us? He showed me all this magic on the pier. It was dark out. We were alone underneath the pier."
This is true. This isn't like something that Boix is making up. This is just how this movie starts. This is the opening scene.
Yeah, and the mom's like, "You're fucking crazy. I told you not to speak to strangers. Don't go around just talking to random strange men underneath the pier." Mom, he's not a stranger. He's a clown.
He's a real clown.
And I love it.
Real clown magic.
He's old, and he doesn't have a name. He doesn't talk. That's not what clowns do. He has his dog.
Yeah?
Do you remember what we talked about?
Stop talking to clowns on the beach, kid.
If I let you go out and play, you can't talk to strangers.
But he's not a stranger. He's a clown. He knows real magic. He taught me. Do you want me to show you?
He taught me magic.
Sure.
And then the kid's like, "Hey, it's my birthday next week. Can we take the clown camping with us?"
And at first she's like, "No, that's fucked. That's incredibly fucked.
That's fucking weird.
Real weird." So then he aids the clown in breaking into his home, and she finds him in a home invasion scenario. After which she goes, "Okay, fine, you can keep the clown."
Because she's like, "I think
I can fix him. Everyone that sees this clown."
And like, so the clown lives under the pier,
Yes.
Homeless, houseless. And he gets in a fight with two drunks, which he picks on the drunks.
Yes. He goes over to the drunks and mimes drinking and then shows
And tells them
and
no
tells them
drinking. That's
no
illegal.
drinking, that's bad. And then they look at him and they're like, oh, it's a clown. That's strange. And then he starts mocking them and like doing.
He's mocking them and like poking them in the chest.
Yes. So they fucking punch him.
Yeah.
Also, the person that punches him is Michael Gandolfini. And he's not acting. He's just Michael Gandolfini, drunk under the Santa Monica
He
Pier.
showed up drunk on set. Yeah. It was on the wrong set. Yeah.
That's the only way that they got him in this movie, right? That had to be it.
I guess. But he punched him so hard that the clown was bleeding from the chest, his head, and his nose.
Yeah, his mouth. He had like blood trickling out of his mouth. And then he has a heart attack.
Yep. Eventually.
No, he does in this scene, remember?
He has a heart attack here.
He does.
Yeah,
Like that's why
he
the
has a
drunks
heart
go
attack.
away. Because like the drunk hits him and they start beating him up, and then they go to beat him up again, and he starts going and like having a clown heart
Right.
attack. But then he's fine.
A clown attack, yeah. It was too humorous for him, so he had to... Yeah, no, I get it. His clown bones hurt. No, I understand. And then the boy shows back up after the mom says... Because originally the mom said, no, you can't take your clown with us camping. That's creepy.
Yes.
And and then when the son shows up and notices the clown bleeding from his mouth from clown disease, he's like, I'll take you to a doctor. Don't worry. We'll be safe, clown. And then he does
Then
it.
he just doesn't
and that's
do
when he
that,
takes him.
yes.
That's when he takes him home for a home invasion by putting a bandage over his forehead and not doing anything to help him with his bleeding internally from the mouth
Or his heart attack that he just had.
or his heart attack that he had. And then the mom starts showing back up home, and the clown's like, "Oh fuck, I'm in this house. That boy just took me here and then left. I'll hide under a blanket in their living
In plain
room,
sight. She'll never
which
expect
won't be
that.
creepy at
Yeah.
all."
If there's one thing that'll explain me being here, it'll be hiding underneath the blanket and peeping at her as she comes into the house. Oh,
So,
I
so
forgot.
she,
I need to.
yeah, she
Can I
attacks
mention
him.
something about her getting into the house too, though? Just how bad, low budget this
Oh,
movie is.
sure,
So
sure.
They
yeah.
do the whole thing where she's got all these groceries and she's yelling for help and trying to open the door, and she has a Starbucks cup in her hand, and I go, that Starbucks cup is empty. And then I was proven right very quickly when she drops all of the groceries and the empty Starbucks cup falls, and the open empty cereal box falls, and the open empty milk container falls, and then she picks up all of these empty
Yeah.
groceries that she has. They show it in detail. They don't.
That's not the only time this movie's cheap,
No,
though.
but like
'Cause-
they don't
'cause
even
This movie
realize.
couldn't even get the kid. They couldn't even get him a birthday cake. They only show an empty box from the back.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, and they also have clothing with the tags on it so they can return it after the shoot,
You didn't believe me,
which
when
is
I saw
really
that.
funny.
I was like, oh.
That's really
I'm like,
funny.
holy shit, those shoes still have tags on them because they're going to return them. And you're like, they don't have tags on them, do they? And then you rewind and you're like, holy fuck, they that's the fucking tags on it.
Like, so here's our theory. We've ran into directors before that are like, hey, I'm a Hollywood director. I put out movies on streaming services. You too can take advantage of my knowledge
come to my
by going to my
seminar.
web zone and checking out my seminar.
It's only $1,000 a person.
I-
and you can really get a
I
stew
make
going.
movies. My movie only costs $1,000 for both actors and location. Oh, how'd you do that? Well, you see, it's free to shoot in the woods, and if they don't catch you at a public
I
park,
even got Michael Gandolfini in one of my films. Oh, how did you do that? Well, he was drunk under the pier one night, and I just
he
started
stumbled
filming
upon
him.
our set.
Then he punched out my clown, so we kept it in the film.
Oh my God. I think that's what happened, though. I think that's the movie. I think this is one of those people. If you're making Tubi originals, I thought you'd have some sort of ethical... No, wait, never mind.
I mean, I don't know.
Come on.
Maybe like the thing is that it's
It's also starring
That's
his
what I was
son.
gonna say. The thing that undermines that is that he's done 2 movies that star his son, a short film and this one. He's trying to make his son a star, and I think that he mistakenly believes that this is like a serious film for his son to show off his acting chops.
No.
No, I know it's not. I'm just saying that I think that he might
No,
think
it's
that.
not, though. He might, yeah. So anyway, the mom attacks the clown with a frying pan by literally not attacking the clown with a frying pan and just yelling and running around like a cartoon stay-at-home wife when a mouse is in the room.
Yeah.
For some reason. And then the boy shows up. He's like, "Why'd you murder my clown? He's having a heart attack."
Because
No, I didn't do it. That clown was dying on his own.
The clown hit the window because he has no object permanence or something. He doesn't know what windows are.
But then this gives okay, so the mom's like, "Yes, you can keep the clown for the night. We'll feed the clown."
Yes.
And then the clown does clown magic, which is the worst clown magic you've ever seen.
It's so bad. Oh, the magic in this movie is so bad.
Which wins over the mom. Most of the clown magic is a CG butterfly.
Yes.
With the worst, sleight of hand I've ever seen, to the point where they show the sleight of hand and you can still see the object that he's hiding in frame.
Yes. Yeah, that was this trick in particular. You were like, but you can see the coin in his other hand the
Because he has a
whole
big
time.
coin. Yeah, it's like a coin that's bigger than a normal coin. That's the joke.
It's supposed
right?
to be the joke,
And-
but they don't know what clowns are.
And the way the trick is supposed to work is you have a quarter in your hand. You do some sleight of hand and diversion, and then a big quarter appears.
In your other, yeah.
You're like, how did that large quarter appear? Where'd the small one go? But instead, they hide. He does this hand trick where he's like, look at the quarter, it's huge, look at it. And then he just puts it down on the table and lifts up his empty hand.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, the quarter's gone, it's not in my other hand, but you can still see it.
see his other hand with the quarter in it, in frame.
And everybody in the table's like, wow, clown magic.
They could have even, the funniest thing about that to me is that this is bad sleight of hand, but in a movie, you can use trickery, framing,
fix it.
to fix it.
You can just
you
edit
can just
it.
not
yes.
have his other hand in the scene where it shows the obvious coin, but no.
I mean, now's probably a good time to talk about the editing, actually.
Oh, God.
This movie has some problems. So they oversaturate so many shots, especially at the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime they're on the beach, they're like, let's oversaturate it. Let's make the red super red, the blue super blue.
Yep.
And it looks fake.
You look like you're fucking... It feels like you're fucking tripping the entire movie.
Yes, and then there's other problems where they use B-roll footage that's not color corrected for the movie. They have lens flare that they think looks cool, I think. But
yeah.
But it's like there's a big blob in the center of the screen that's super fucking distracting.
Yeah, to explain a little bit more about the lens flare thing. I don't mind lens flare a lot of the time. It can be a really cool transition shot, right? Or montage shot. That when you think about lens flares in movies, it'll be like a panning shot and then a lens will flare off of it and it looks kind of cool for half a second, or a transition in a montage, like I said. You don't hold on a lens flare and have a scene in it because you can't see shit. There's just blobs on the screen from the fucking lens flare.
Yeah. They set the camera down on a tripod so the lens flare was directly in the middle of it. And you could say, okay, it's artistic. They wanted to keep that in there because it looks like a bubble or something, and the clown's doing some nonsense with the image, so it's supposed to be magical. Here's the problem with that. It's in the middle of a scene where they do cuts to different angles, and those angles don't have the lens flare, but they quick cut back to the lens flare mid-scene of them doing something. So it's just constantly blob, no blob, blob, no blob, blob, no blob.
Also, that's not even, the clown's not doing magic in that. The boy's just teaching him how to shoot a slingshot.
Well, this is so he can shoot somebody in the balls.
Yeah, that is true, yes.
Later.
But,
speaking of balls... Can we talk about the clown man-spreading really bad on a chair for no reason?
No, we don't need to.
fuck?
During the home invasion, after which
the
mother just goes,
while he's wearing the mom's robe.
After which the mom just goes, oh, there was... Yeah, that's the other thing. By the way, this clown was mostly naked. So, there's this mostly naked...
Oh, and he's wearing the dead dad's clothes.
So there's this mostly naked man who has eaten a bunch of their food and it's all scattered all over the floor, wearing her dead husband's clothes and her robe, like what little clothes he does have on.
Mm-hmm.
And her reaction is, yeah, we should have him to dinner.
We should hang
should
out
hang
with this
out.
cool clown.
You know what?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I don't have anything against, like, street performers, homeless people, whatever. That's cool. I think they should do a lot of things for him, like, help him! not...
Oh, this movie does not want to help this
No!
clown.
Not
No.
just send him back. Because, like, here's the thing. The end of their lovely dinner night. So she is at a beachfront property with a brand new car overlooking fucking Santa Monica Beach. Like,
Single
one
parent.
of the most,
she's
but like
rich.
she's in like this gorgeous beach house. Like just this, they're super fucking rich, right? Like obviously, and they're sitting there having this incredibly nice dinner on her modern house and all these nice plates and things. And then she goes, "Well, that was a lovely evening. Time for you to go home," and just pushes him out the door to go and sleep under the pier. Like,
Well, that's so the kid can roast him and be like, "Oh, you don't have a home, do you?"
Yeah,
clown?"
and then the kid goes, "Oh, that was such a nice night. Now can I take him camping?" And she goes, "Sure. Yeah, we should do that." And you're like,
Yeah, she says yes, to which us, the audience,
No!
are like, no. And then after she says yes, she starts Googling the clown.
then she starts researching him. Yes, after she says yes, yeah.
And she Googles the clown, who's a very generically named Henry the Clown, which is just probably 40 or 50 known clowns of Henry the Clown. Maybe
I'm sure
more. It's really common.
She just
And she finds a news article on the clown and how he fucking died 40 years ago.
He's been dead for 40 years.
But here's a picture of this exact clown in front of you, the one doing magic tricks that spawns CG butterflies.
But she's already said yes, so what's she supposed to do? It's her son's birthday, and his dad's dead, so she's gotta let the clown come. But she also does not have to let him sleep in her house. Or, as we find out a minute later...
Yeah, or in the tent, or their cabin, yeah.
There is a very perfect timing thing that I had happen where they treat him like a dog. Like, this is a dog movie.
Yes.
Because they treat him like a pet.
Yeah, the clown... By the way, the clown has a dog.
Yes.
It's in the title. We said there was a dog.
There's a dog.
There is a dog. But the clown is also the dog.
Yes.
There's two dogs.
So here's the thing. The kid goes, "Can I have this clown on my camping trip?" And she goes, "Yeah, okay, you can take him." Which, like, you can take him.
They are doing...
It's so...
You can take him. But they didn't even ask the clown.
Yes, exactly. Like, they hadn't asked the clown. So I was having that conversation with you, and I'm like, they just treat this guy like a pet. And as I'm having that conversation... Yes, also, these people are so rich. They're like, cabin in the woods, her beachfront property, this rich brand new car that she has. And they're just, like, letting this homeless clown... Is he in the trunk? What?
Look, he's so tall. Oh.
The clown's in the trunk.
They open up the trunk of the car at their camping trip.
Oh, and the clown comes out of the
is
trunk?
in the trunk. They kept this fucking... And I'm like...
That's true.
Okay, yeah, like, they're... Like, it's just... Help this man! This man is... Like...
So they're camping at a rental cabin, but they're also sleeping in tents. And the boy's aunt and uncle are there. And the aunt is just hiking lady, and the uncle is psychiatrist hypnosis quack job.
Yeah. In a movie that is a lot about mental health issues, they sure made the psychiatrist have the most.
Yep. So the boy is like, "Hey, we brought a clown camping with us." Oh, cool.
Okay.
Great.
You say that like they had that reaction, but they were all like, "Oh, cool."
Well, no, specifically he was like, wow, I wish I had a clown to go hiking with,
Yes.
camping with, whatever. Wow, more people should have clowns to go camping with.
Ho, 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 ho. Should we let him
Anyways,
sleep
does he
with
know-
us? No, he can stay outside.
He can stay on the edge of the bed. Hey, does your clown know any tricks? You should show me a trick. I'll give you $20 if it's a good one.
Yes. Yes, that's literally how they open this conversation, by introducing the clown that they're bringing for this kid's birthday, which, by the way, again, the birthday is attended by him, like the boy himself, obviously, his mother, their homeless street performer clown friend that they found under the pier yesterday,
And the clown's dog.
and
yeah.
the clown's dogs, sure, and his aunt and uncle.
That's
That's
the whole
it.
party.
That's
yeah.
the party. This is the saddest 10th birthday of all time.
And they have a fake cake because it's just an empty box.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, boy, because
Yeah.
you just have to believe. If
You just gotta
believe,
buy a
then
fucking-
it'll be a real cake.
So the kid's like, yeah, let me show you some fucking clown magic for $5, $10, and they haggle.
Mm-hmm.
And then the clown does clown magic and releases another clown butterfly from his clown pods.
Yes. Yeah, this is accurate.
But only certain people can see the clown magic.
It's only the boy this time.
And the aunt and uncle, I think the mom can see the butterfly.
No, she says that she couldn't see it either in that scene.
So I have questions about the clown. I'm starting to think somebody drugged this boy.
Someone.
Or this is a ghost or a hallucination. And something weird's happening with this fucking clown. It's kind of creepy.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So anyways, they go inside. And the uncle's like, you know, the clown's probably just going through grief and loss like your boy, whose dad is very dead from the war. I bet I could hypnotize that clown and get it out of him. I could fix him. So then the uncle tries to hypnotize the clown, but the clown hypnoptizes the uncle, which gives the clown ample opportunity to start grabbing at his feet and smelling them.
Well, going. This movie does not know whether it wants the clown to be a funny, cool magic guy, or
a foot fetish clown.
Well, or this intense, like, horrifically tragic figure that nobody is helping. Like, this psychiatrist, if this was a real life situation, he should immediately have his license revoked. Because he sees this clown and he goes, you know, I bet that he's not speaking anymore because it's repressed trauma. Should we do anything about that?
He does.
No, we should let him make him sleep outside at our camping trip and not get him to, like, I don't know, a hospital.
I mean, so their solutions are let's hypnotize the clown and let's feed the clown. I don't know what they're doing with this clown. I don't know what their plan was.
They act like he's a dog that he found. Like, they very much act like it's a stray
Yes,
dog
they
that
do.
the kid found, where they're just like, oh, sure, you can keep him. And it's like, that's a human. You guys know that's a human being, right? I mean, I get it through the clown stuff. Clowns are hard to reimagine as human, but...
Yes.
Anyway, so he hypnotizes himself.
He hypnotizes himself. The clown touches his feet. Ugh. and then the clown eggs the boy on to...
No, the clown does it himself.
No, the clown does it. The clown shoots him in the balls with a slingshot so that he can trip on his tied shoelaces.
Because that's funny. What magic? Clown magic. Clown magic is stored in the balls.
And then this didn't lead to anything, so I don't know what the fuck the point of this was.
That they really hate psychiatrists.
Oh no, I know what this led to. This led to the mom being like, you know, my son was so sad he never smiled once until that clown showed up.
Yes, yeah, because he's like, why?
Because his dad's very dead, you see.
And she starts having the conversation with the clown.
Yeah, you might not know this, but his dad, He was shot in the balls 40 times in Afghanistan.
So it's good that you did the ball thing with this, so he can learn that it's funny instead of tragic.
So he can remember that it's hilarious.
He doesn't think that it's comedy anymore, but it is comedy. And anyways, she's going, you know, but... Anyways, his dad's dead, and he goes...
Oh-wee! Since when?
Adrian told you,
I don't-
but he lost his dad a couple years ago.
Did you know Adrian's dad's super dead? I don't know if anybody told you, Yoshi, but Mario's dad died 10 years ago. Yoshi! Uh-oh, wee! I don't know, Kazooie, if you know this, but Banjo's dad...
But I don't really know.
Uh-oh, wee!
I feel so alone.
Every moment of drama. So yeah, my husband died horribly, and my son's really traumatized. What did they think they were doing?
And I don't know. And then it cuts to like the uncle getting back at the clown and the boy.
Mhm.
So he tells them that there's snipes in the woods, which are little moose antler like birds.
Yeah,
I guess.
Snipe
And-
hunt
and
is
he
like a
blindfolds
thing that
them.
people do as a joke for like Boy Scouts on little kids.
Everybody in this movie sucks. But so he tricks them, blindfolds them, and gives them like pillowcases. Like, all right, I need you to go sit in the woods and yell, "Here's snipe, here's snipe," and then a snipe will show up. And then he's like, he goes back to the mom. He's like, "Hey, by the way, I just fucking lied to your kid, and now they're in the woods.
And I
all
left them in the
all
woods alone."
blindfolded."
That's funny, right?
And I covered them in like poison ivy, and
blindfolded.
And then I attracted wolves to them with meat.
It's a real good joke, right? And she goes, huh, yeah, that's kind of funny. That's a little mean, though, I guess.
That's kind of funny. Oh my god, I'm such a terrible parent. Anyway.
Yes, she has a few moments where she's like, I think I'm a bad mom. And we're like, yes, you are. Yes, what are you doing? And then it just, haha.
And then like a creepy little gremlin shows up. A CG gremlin.
A sniping.
And it's terrifying and gross. And it has
So
smooth
glossy.
textures.
It's so glossy.
And then they catch the snipe, and they're like, "Mom, I got a snipe." So then they all go look, and it's a rock.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're humoring this child and this clown by making up more fucking lies instead of just saying, "Hey, he was just playing a prank on you."
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, they're just gonna continue to re-traumatize this child and like fuck up his development by saying, no, the magic is real. It's probably just that adults don't get it, right? Clown, and the clown goes, blah, 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 blah. Sarah, blah, blah, blah.
Sarah Jack.
Like, every once in a while, he says like an English word in like very clear tones in a way that's just certainly not creepy.
So then they all go to bed, but they tell the clown to stay in his own fucking tent. And in the middle of the night or like the next morning, the clown is having a nightmare, just yelling out names like, "No, don't die, Jack! Don't! Oh god, there's blood everywhere! Oh my god,
God,
it's in
Sarah,
the seats!
Sarah!"
It's on my face! Sarah!" Which is fine. This is totally expected of clowns.
I mean, like, here's the thing, is that these are two disparate movies, because on the one hand, it's like, okay, boy getting over trauma with, like, a magic friend in a way could be a film, and guy going through trauma from his dead family is a film, but you can't, like...
And then they find each other and get over their issues together. Yeah,
sure,
I know.
I guess, but, like, they do this in, like, such a backwards-ass weird way, where he's just sitting there just screaming out these names, and she wakes him up, and then he's...
He's just back to speaking gibberish.
Get
So,
him to a
here's what
fucking
annoys-
hospital and a real psychiatrist.
They keep telling us, the audience, that the boy has trauma. Name one scene where the boy showed trauma in this movie. He doesn't.
No,
ever.
not at all. He's just a
They
super
just say he
happy-go-lucky
has
kid,
it.
Yes.
He's just a kid. There's no scene that's like this kid is depressed in any way or going through things.
Here's a thing to ask you. Because I don't think there was, but maybe you saw it. Is there even a single moment in this entire movie that has even like a picture of the dad in the background?
No, but I think there is a picture of the director.
Oh, was there?
When she's Googling the clown,
Oh.
they showed an on-set photo of the kid.
Really? I didn't see
With the
Oh my God,
director
I didn't see that.
in the newspaper, and it's like clown killed or whatever. above
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like
But they didn't show the dad dead.
Yeah.
No, there is
like
no
there's
picture
no.
of the dad.
I mean,
The only clue we have about the dad is an army shirt the clown stole to impersonate him when the mom showed up.
I'm not saying that films have to be obvious and on the nose with what they're doing, but also they can't be this obtuse, right? Like, because you gotta show that trauma in some way or another. Like, yeah, it's kind of the laziest way possible to just do it in like a, flashback or have the kid sitting there like looking at photos of his dad or his war medals or uniform or something, right? Like, that's really trite.
Or the mom shows
Yeah.
up in the middle of the night. The kid can't go to sleep because he's so sad looking at the picture of his dead dad. And she's like, "Oh, honey, I know your dad died in a horrible post-war golfing accident." But
The Gulf War.
the Gulf. He was shooting for an eagle, but he kept saluting and he didn't notice the other golf
It's
cart.
good. It was too late.
No, I've seen the scene. I know how this
that's
works.
trite. That's trite, and it's a stupid, lazy way to do it in a way. But at least it's something. This just does nothing.
Yeah.
This just does
Yeah.
nothing. It's not better to just cut that scene and not replace it with anything. Like, even just make the kid be a sad kid. Like, right?
Yes.
Like,
Well, the kid would need to act, though.
that's the problem.
Well, instead of being sad, the kid just teaches the clown about Rubik's Cubes, which is supposed to be a metaphor for... Anyway, so the parents are all like, "Hey, we want to go hiking. Do you want to come with Clown and Child?" No. Okay, well, Clown we just met yesterday and decided to take on a camping trip. You watch my son.
Yeah, we're gonna go on this 6-hour hike.
We're just gonna fuck off on some hike in indeterminate amount of time.
What?
To which earlier in the movie she said, "Wow, I'm a bad mom."
I'm a bad mom. Like, you don't
Oh my
ask
God.
your 9-year-old kid, "Do you want to go
This is
on
the
a hike?" You just take them because they're gonna say no.
Yes, and this is the same morning that the clown woke up from a nightmare of blood everywhere, yelling names
Yes.
that he's never spoken before.
And this is also right after that night. She showed the psychiatrist and her sister
her Google search, yeah.
that shows the clown died 40 years ago. And they go, "So are you saying this clown's dead?" And she goes, "I'm not saying anything. I'm just showing you the facts, man."
I think we should keep him.
And they go, "All right, well, we should just let him look after your kid then." No!
Yeah, so they leave him alone with the clown.
No!
And then the clown starts having a heart attack, but he doesn't want to stop the kid from playing, so he's like, "Hey, keep going, I'm gonna grab my bottle of pills."
Which, the tonal
Yeah.
shift in editing for this was really good.
Because it's like, kid outside, "Hey, it's the boy, the dog, and the clown!"
He's like dancing around.
And then it hard cuts to the sad clown inside, blue lighting, harsh shadows. "I'm just taking my pills,
And he's just-
it's such a dark world."
And he's downing them. everyone in this movie
The whole
downs
bottle.
the pills out of the bottle like they're doing like shots from the pill bottle. Who does that? Nobody does that.
They don't portion their
No.
pills. They just take as many as will land in their mouth.
Yes.
Yes.
Including the psychiatrist who does the same later. Everyone does it. Every character.
So then the dog. Hey, remember that?
What? There's a dog?
The dog sees a B-roll footage of a squirrel, which is way blurry on a different camera, and definitely not from this
Not
movie.
oversaturated as fuck.
And the dog runs off into the forest. So then the boy's like, oh no, the dog! Foxy! That dog has a name! We figured it out!
I had a question about that I need to ask you. Who named that
Mhm.
dog?
I know the answer to that, and the answer is that dog is just named Foxy, and they didn't give it a character name. And at some point, the boy just said Foxy, like the
Yeah.
actor, and they left
That
it
must
in.
be it, right? Because the...
Because if you look at the IMDb, that dog's name is just
oh,
Foxy.
is it? Oh my god.
It's Foxy the dog, played by Foxy.
Sure. But I'm just laughing because, like, the clown
Yes.
talks in...
Yes.
So,
No, the clown never said that
like,
dog's
the
name.
dog can't
No.
have a name.
I'm pretty sure the actor just said the dog's name, and they left it in. I'm almost positive.
So anyway, kid goes out into the woods, gets bit by a rattlesnake, but not
Or doesn't.
bit by a rattlesnake because he's fine, I guess.
Yeah, and this is after the clown gave him a clown Monica, which is how they locate each other using
Clown
clown
location,
location.
yes, yeah.
But the boy dropped his clown Monica,
Mhm.
so he can't go in danger, right? But the clown doesn't know that, so the clown runs after taking his bottle of pills and being
Downing
depressed.
the entire
And
bottle.
he's like, "Abba ba ba ba, boy, abba ba ba ba."
And
And then
plays on
he
the
starts
piano.
honking on
Yeah.
his harmonica to try and search for him.
But then he starts having a heart attack again.
Because he took all of his pills at once. Correct? And then the boy, like, stumbles and trips and sprains his ankle and is not envenomed by a rattlesnake bite.
No.
But then it cuts to the parents. So, who are still
Mhm.
hiking, by the way, because they're very negligent.
Unbelievably
the mom,
so.
the mom, the uncle, and the aunt are extremely negligent to this child. And when they get back, they're like, the boy's gone, and the clown's gone. Oh my god. And then the uncle's like, oh, I hope he didn't get shot. We're right next to a shooting range. Oh, why would you rent a place near a shooting range? I don't know. It seemed like a good idea. Oh my god, was that thunder? Is it about to rain? Oh, wow, he's gonna be out in the rain. And then it hard cuts to the boy. He's like, oh no, a bear! So there's like 3 things that can kill this child.
Holy shit, is that an eagle swooping down at me right at this moment? Oh my god, and there's a plane crashing on my location. Like, it's this escalating
Oh no, a
series
forest
of
fire. Do you smell that smoke?
Yeah. Yeah, they throw like 12 fucking things in a row directly at this child.
Oh no, I'm falling. Is that a dirty used needle on the ground?
Oh my god. Just like a shot of this child like falling, a needle underneath him, an eagle like diving at him, a plane crashing on him, a like bear lunging at him. He's got a rattlesnake bite on his leg. It's just
They didn't need 4 things. Like,
no. And in fact, for the last like 78, 90 minutes of film, they had nothing. So they could have just kept doing nothing, as it turns out. That would have been better.
But the parents are like, oh my god, did he get shot? Did he get electrocuted? Did he get eaten by a bear? Is he killed by a rattlesnake? Did he hurt his leg and he's gonna starve to death? What happened?
Did he maybe get stolen by this weird clown that we found
Did
a
this
single
weird
day
clown
ago?
that was having nightmares about murdering people and blood everywhere? Is he fine?
Do you think maybe that's a problem? Should we have left him alone like that? So they go through the clown's things.
They sure
finally, like,
yeah.
They just had zero regard for this man. Like this.
Well, the clown is a dog. They don't care.
It's incredible how dehumanizing it is to Dude. But, like, so they look through his stuff, and they find that he has newspaper articles also about his own death.
Because he just carries those around.
Because he just carries those around. And also about that man's son, whose family, Sarah and Jack, died in a car accident.
He's not the dead clown. He's the dead clown's son who carried on his legacy of being a creepy clown.
And living under piers. And he can't talk because of the trauma. But also, should we deal with that? Ha, no, he's a clown.
No.
Fuck that.
So then the boy does a magic trick of turning the giant clown quarter into a... like, he releases the pod in the clown quarter that the clown gave him.
Yes.
Which hatches into a butterfly.
Yeah. The first life cycle.
But we established earlier that only certain people can see the clown magic.
Yeah. So you get a clown butterfly, and then it goes into a clown fish, which is why that clown was near the ocean. And then they hatch and they come onto land, and then they're clowns.
It's like a beached whale, and then the stomach just bursts open with clowns.
Yes. Yeah. So he bursts out this...
Like, no, I'm imagining that, but it's like a clown car.
Butterfly. They just keep coming. Don't worry, we'll get to that too. There is that moment also, Borch. Don't worry.
Oh, that's true.
So he releases a butterfly, and the butterfly, the horrible CG butterfly, goes and finds his mom, and his mom sees a butterfly in the woods while she's yelling, and goes, "Oh, that must be a clown butterfly. You know, like the ones that I couldn't see before. I'm just gonna follow it. What?
But this leads her to the son, who's fine.
He's totally fine.
He just hurt his leg because the bear just walked off in B-roll footage in 3 different shots that were all in different lighting and different cameras. And also, the thunderstorm doesn't.
It doesn't exist anymore.
And also, the shooting range was irrelevant.
Yep, and there's also none of that anymore. Don't worry about it.
I guess. So they go back, and then the boy's like, "Oh my god, is the clown okay? He was dying of a heart attack earlier until he took all of his pills at once. Like, overdosed on them?"
And then it cuts to the clown in the woods, overdosing on all of his pills.
And the clown's, like, shaking, and he releases and coughs up a butterfly in his, like, dying breath.
Yeah, we're like, oh, that's the clown spirit leaving his body. They even actually have a purple, like, effect on him.
He, like, glows.
Yeah, he glows and releases this glow into the butterfly like his spirit is leaving him. So
I guess
then the family comes and finds him in the woods.
Oh.
And they all...
And the uncle also called the park ranger, who's like, "By the way, my boy our boy and a clown are missing."
Yes.
But yeah, they all show up, including the park ranger, because why not?
And they all show up, and then they dance around the dying clown.
Like the dying clown.
As he...
And the clown's like coughing up blood.
As he's coughing up blood and grabbing his left arm, and... thousands of butterflies come flying out of his mouth.
Out of his mouth.
Guts
and then he gets real close to the boy, like right up to his ear. He's like, "I will always be with you, son.
I'll always be with you.
And then
you just have to believe."
And then thousands of butterflies explode from him. And all of the family dance around going, "We believe,
around his
we
grave.
believe, we
wow,
believe.
we believe, it's so magical. Oh my god." And the clown is like convulsing on the ground.
And holding his left arm and screaming in agony.
And he's like, "My pills.
Pills." they just leave him there. They just leave him there, Forks. They just leave him. And they all dance.
And then they just leave. They just leave.
There's 2 different scenes happening on top of each other. One of this man dying on the ground, and the other of a happy family dancing through butterflies. And it's fucked. It's so fucked.
So they celebrate the sacrifice of this clown to demonic clown gods.
Yes. Yeah, as he hatches thousands more clowns to go into the ocean, become clownfish, and then go back into new clowns.
That sounds right, because then it cuts back to the boy on the beach.
This is
He's
why
like,
it's the
you
boy
know,
on the beach. That's why they had to keep using the shot. See, he's going to be a clown. He's turning into a clown.
You know, sometimes life gets hard and things are tough, but you just gotta believe in the magic, because there's magic in everything. You just gotta believe. And then it cuts to the clown, who's not dead, which I assume is a new clown that is hatched.
Well, he has different hair.
He has different hair. He has a different haircut. He's got the red balloon back, whereas before, when he was at the cabin, he had a white balloon, which was definitely deflated.
Yes.
So, new balloon, new clown. I don't make the rules.
Also
That's how
new
it
hair. This had to be a reshoot.
New hair?
This had to be a reshoot, and that actor
Yeah.
cut his hair, and they were like,
And-
fuck.
And then it just, like, fades to the clown walking off into the sunset under the pier, which is what his spirit... Is this like a
So,
JoJo?
yeah,
Are we going to see him in the sky?
I was gonna say, does this mean that the clown died while they all danced in his clown flies that exploded from his
I guess.
corpse?
And then it just cuts to black. He's just like, it's about believing. You gotta
there's
believe.
like credit. Yes, before the end credits, it just says, you gotta believe in plain text.
And like, did the clown die? Did they save the clown and then also said you can't live with us? Like, I don't...
See, and this is why I love this, because I feel very much like this director was like, he finished it and put that title screen on and he went, that's art. It was just like, mwah.
That's
like,
art.
yeah, like
And he's like smelling the footage.
Yes, he thought that he was being avant-garde with it. Like, it's just very, like, he's like, oh, yeah, that's the shit. There we go.
What was this movie? There was a dog, technically. I mean, it's in the title. It's on the cover, and it's technically in the film. And the dog is what eventually killed the clown, because the clown would have ran off into the woods and had a heart attack, convulsing into a cloud of butterflies out of its mouth. If that dog hadn't run off, I guess. I don't...
I
fuck
have
is this
no
movie?
idea. I have no idea how to... I can't explain any of it. I just can't. Don't worry, boys. It's just art.
What was the meaning?
It's art.
It was about... I know it was about you gotta believe, but I gotta believe in
Good,
what?
Good art is about what you put into it, boys.
Was it about overcoming trauma? Was it about my dad's death and feeling
It's about
happiness
it's
and
art.
magic?
It's about what you think it was about.
Was it about cloud
I
eggs?
think it was about clown eggs. I'm pretty sure that this is just all about clown eggs. This spawned as he wanted to do a documentary on the life cycle of clowns, and this is how he got it. Let's rate the dog.
Anyway. So the dog is called Foxy. It's like a small Pomeranian,
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, definitely.
The dog doesn't do anything, is in the background the whole time, is usually not getting pet or having its muzzle held by a boy. And then the dog wanders off into the woods at some point so that the movie can have some tension, I guess.
Yes.
And then very nearly kills that boy and definitely kills that clown. So I would give that dog a 12 out of 10 for killing that clown. What a good dog.
Mm-hmm. I would give that dog a 1 out of 10 because by killing that clown, it released thousands of more clown eggs into the ecosystem. And
Into the
honestly,
atmosphere?
we don't need more of them. There needs to be a clown.
They're an
calling.
invasive species.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
invasive species.
You can't just have
Yeah.
clowns invaded from Europe. They're not native to North America. They came
That does
from
make
Italy
sense,
originally.
yeah.
You can't just have them wandering
does make
around the
sense.
North American wild.
That's how they end up under piers.
This is how you get
Yeah.
clown infestations under your piers.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, the red balloon clown thing, very Stephen King's it.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
Stephen King's it. we all float down here, boy.
I'm done. Butterflies.
Butterflies,
You gotta
yeah.
believe.
Anyways, thanks for listening, everybody, to our Grief Clown episode. I guess. You can support us on Patreon I guess.
If you also want to learn more about grief clowns, please email us at roughcutspodcasts@gmail.com. Wait, is it just Rough Cuts? Fuck, I don't even remember anymore.
I think it's Rough Cuts Cast.
Yes. It's roughcutscast@gmail.com. You can find us on Blue Sky and co-host at Rough Cuts.
Correct.
Sorry, I'm problems clownsed out.
Yeah. Hey, Leon, I have a question. Do you want to see a magic trick?
Hibbity bobbity bippity boppity.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this episode disappear. Bibbidi bobbidi.
See, I told you, if you put your mind to it, you could be happier, right?
All you have to do is be happy, dumbass. You ever think about that?